Zordia, where in the world have you been? Did you not receive Alma's summons? Principal Lesentale's research into Aurosite may finally have borne fruit. We must hurry to the Prima Vista before they embark on some grand and perilous adventure without us. Zordia, Lady Murilla, thank you for answering my summons. Master Garland was kind enough to send for an Archon from Charlayan, and I thought it only right that you be present to hear her findings. To be frank, summoning Mikoto was more Ishtula's idea. I simply came along to see what light she could shed on this mystery. Oh, hello, Mikoto. I am Mikoto of House Jinba, a Doman. Though my years in Charlayan have made me a stranger here, you must be Zordia Doom, fabled liberator of men, slayer of false gods, warrior of light. I thought you'd be taller. Rude. Let us speak of the crystal, the Otius, one of but many Aurosite shards that aided noble Delita's rise to regent. My apologies, the Otius is no ordinary crystal. Even discounting its obvious historical importance, the specimen is more than a simple manifestation of elementally aspected energies, whose facilitation of both the absorption and transmission of distinct frequency, NRR-type harmonic vibration, has been observed to promote ethereal amplification. The resultant neuroharmonic disturbance allows for a highly unique emittance of CPRS waves that, instead of radiating outward with a determinate factor of dispersal, instead resonate inward at a frequency so labored, my estimates place the rate of VRT decay at upwards of several centuries, though I must admit I lack sufficient variance to complete a truly comprehensive graphical assessment. I understood nothing. While that explanation may elicit admiring nods from your professors at the academy, it will earn you only blank looks here. Yes, like for me. Take a deep breath and try again, this time in a language those of us without the echo might comprehend. Her face. My apologies, I merely thought... Apologies will see us no nearer to an answer. A simpler explanation will. She's like, how do I make this simpler? Simpler, right. Aether is not only the building block of all things material, but those immaterial as well. Thoughts, memories, feelings, one's very will are all understood to be ethereal phenomena, and can be measured as such. Unlike most crystals, which only can emit elemental energies, Aurosite is tuned not only to absorb aether, but aether specific to the immaterial. That aether is then stored and multiplied within its crystalline confines until external stimuli precipitate release. Bruh. Try again. Under appropriate conditions, a strong will or desire can become imprinted upon the Aurosite and stored until fomentation, at which time the desire becomes manifest. Girl. Fomentation? What my studious young friend is trying to say is that the Otius takes one's deepest fantasies and makes them reality. Ah, that makes way more sense. Ah, yes, that is simpler. You may choose to think of it as a process akin to that of summoning a primal. There being one marked difference, primal summoning requires a supplemental energy source, such as a horde or of elementally charged crystals. Aurosite, on the other hand, has the capacity to serve its own source of power. We know from the dry papers that Argoth was never king of Ivalice. He was slain in battle during the War of the Lions. Yet the Argoth encountered during the recent expedition carried himself as if he had been crowned regent. I believe this was merely the Aurosite in his possession realizing his desire to rule. I am informed that he uttered the same words over and over again for the duration of the confrontation which unfolded. If that is the case, it is possible that it was not actually Argoth who uttered them, but the Aurosite itself. Oh. If the dry papers are accurate, Argoth was a weak and petty noble who believed that his blood entitled him to power. The Aurosite took that belief and twisted it into the abomination Zordia put to the sword. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Then you are saying the crystal could prove a threat? Parasite, Alma, and not necessarily. Ramza seemed to fare well enough. There is no record of the young regent being manipulated by the artifacts he gathered. In the hands of the just, the Auracite should prove harmless, even beneficial. To paraphrase, it is not the weapon that kills, but the one who wields it. Now, where have I heard that before? Oh yes, it was Emperor Galvus's justification for making the marvels of Magitek and applying them to a manufacture of arms. Where, after all, was the harm if it allowed him to bring order to the 3 great continents? You draw an intriguing parallel, Master Garland. The properties of these crystals are so singular, I do begin to wonder if they, like Magitek, are products of science and not nature. That they were created by someone to... But who? What manner of person would even be capable of such a feat? Now that is an interesting question, the answer to which I look forward to hearing. Regrettably, I have pressing matters to attend to elsewhere. Fear not, however, Mikoto's insight will prove far more beneficial than anything I might accidentally contribute. Good day to you all. What I don't understand is... If the Duma was imprinted with Argot's deepest desires, then whose desires are rattling about inside the Otius? I had the selfsame question, and thus conducted a thorough inspection of the crystal upon my arrival. The results were inconclusive. Traces of ethereal activity were present, but to all intents and purposes, the vessel was empty. Empty? But what of the voices I heard? Voices? I heard nothing of the sort. The only voice you heard, Alma, were in your stubborn head. Ramza, why won't you? Shall we speak of voices, then? What of yours, Alma? Our resident voice of dissent? You have done naught but question the wisdom of our research from the moment we left Garlemald. Would you put your petty worries above our family's calling? Chill! Why are you going at Alma like that? No, I would never. You would never? Then why involve a gossip monger, a goody two-shoes, and this flying mole? What? Please tell me you can see that. Izumugo!
Am I interrupting? Oh, please do go on. My acceptance into your fine troops ranks can wait until all have said their piece, Kupo.
Guards, get this. Chill, Ramza.
Montblanc! The name is Montblanc!
Montblanc! Oh my gosh, wait!
Denizen of Dalmasca's desert, seeker of thrills, adventurer extraordinaire. But you can call me Montblanc, Kupo.
Dalmasca has long been known as a melting pot for myriad cultures, where minor races such as the Sikh and the Banga and the Vieira might live in relative harmony with Hur, Elezen, and others. Yet there is no record of a prominent Mughal population.
Most likely because there are neither prominent nor populous. My people are nomadic by nature, ever drawn to the elusive frontier and freedom she promises, Kupo.
A Mughal?
Of course I'm a Mughal, Kupo. You'd think the adorable wings and the fluffy palm would have given it away. Now about my admission to the Majestic...
I will allow no such thing. The Majestic is the Empire's premier theater company. We will not sully its good name by granting refuge to a fluttering ball of fur. What is his deal? And furthermore, how in the world did this abomination board the Prima Vista in the first place? By means of his wings, were I to guess. As for his admission to our company, I do not seem to recall race, creed, or allegiance on my list of prerequisites, do you? As far as I remember from tactics, Ramza was like a good boy. He's kind of tarnishing the name of Ramza. No, father. Very well then, Montblanc, what is it exactly that calls you to the stage? Our stage. Not my hashtag, not my Ramza. Real though. Not my Ramza. How dare you sully the name of Ramza?
What else? The Zodiac Brave story, Kupo. Never before have I witnessed something so amazing, so moving. Sitting, well, technically hovering there in the audience as the story unfolded around me, I knew I was witnessing something special, something positively transcendental, Kupo. It was then that I realized I either had to be a part of it or go to my grave a bitter and broken Moogle. Was this realization before or after you swore you simply had to become the realm's greatest marauder, Kupo? Hardy, how did you...
Is this a bard Moogle?
Perhaps you'd have more success at running away if you didn't reveal your grand design to every other fool you happened to meet, Kupo. Was it not but 20 nights ago you took up the axe, Kupo? Now here you are professing your passion for the stage before carving even a single notch in your haft. Do you not remember, to he who churns the butter goes the sweetest bread? But how is one to savor said buttered bread if his head is in the belly of a fearsome beast? You accuse me of giving up when I merely came to the realization that continuing would end in failure. Only through a change of course could I reach my final destination, Kupo. And the destination is what? Mummer? Are you sure it is not geomancer? Arithmetician? Templar? Do not bother answering, Kupo. We all know you'll be singing a different tune come cock-crow. That is where you are mistaken, Hardy. I was destined to be a thespian. I can feel it in my fur. The role of Delita was made for me. Made for me, Kupo.
These are really big Moogles. Kupo! Enough! Why are you such a jerk, Ramza? The actors in our company trained at the Empire's finest institutes. They represent the pinnacle of the profession not only in Garlemald, but across the entire world. A vagrant batmole. Did he just call a Moogle a batmole? Like you could never hope to share a stage with such artists, let alone play the part of a hero like Delita. You yourself admitted you were too craven to face a solitary beast. How do you imagine you would fare against a pack of theater critics? Any troupe would need proof of valor before it could even consider. Craven? Call me a cheat and call me a cur, but do not, sir, call me craven. I accept your challenge. Slay but one foul beast by mine own hands, and the Majestic Theater Company will accept me into its ranks, Kupo. Wait, I issued no such. You are all here witnesses, Kupo. When I return with the head of a terrible beast in my gore-stained hands, you will be honor-bound to welcome me, Mont Blanc the Mummer, into the fabled ranks of the Majestic. Good day. Wonderful. What do we do now? What do? We do nothing. If that Batmole wishes to throw himself on the horns of a stampeding Zoe, I will not stand in his way. I believe the proper term of derogation is mole bat. Girl, Mikoto. And I should warn you, Moogles do not take kindly to those who use it. Why must you always put yourself above others, brother? Did you learn nothing from Argoth's wretched example? Mont Blanc would never have set foot on this fool's errand had you not made the challenge. If anything befalls my brother, his blood will be on your hands. Zordia, you are the only one among us capable of locating Mont Blanc and preventing disaster. On behalf of my brother, I beg your assistance. My brother can be rather simple-minded when it comes to such matters. Thinking to impress the Warrior of Light and her companions, Mont Blanc would likely choose the scene of your recent exploits to prove his worth, meaning Rabanastre, if I'm not mistaken. Pardon my language, but that Ramza really is an incurable little prick, is he not? How dare he speak to his sister and the Moogle in that manner? I couldn't decide which was worse, the things he said or the way the principal sat back and let him say them. But I suppose it is none of our concern. For now, let us concentrate on the task at hand, finding the Moogle before he does something we'll all regret. What say we start nearby? Pier 2, perhaps? The Falcon Porter tells us that he set a traveling blacksmith the way to Yansha, not a bell past. And why would that be of interest of us, you ask? Because he said peddler of iron and steel was seen to be carrying a bag stuffed to the brim with, and I quote, albino mole fur and purple bat wings.
Mont Blanc! Not that we look like that, Coupeau.
The quickest route into Dalmasca is via the One River and its western tributaries. If Mont Blanc is bound for Rabanastre, he will seek passage from the Glittering Basin. Oh boy. We have to fight chocobos!
Mont Blanc, what were you thinking?
Have you any idea what you put your brother through? He's been worried sick.
Both Herdy and Ramza were right all along. I am a failure, a flop, a flailing, flapping, foppish failure, Coupeau. How could I play the part of a hero if I cannot even ruffle the feathers of a single measly bird?
He was actually trying to kill the birds?
The audience would see right through me like the spineless jellyfish I am.
Now wait, Mont Blanc. Not everyone can be a hero, not even most heroes. Yes, the bards sing of the man who deals the final blow, but what of his cadre of loyal companions? Do you think Delita united Ivalice on his own? Do you think Zordia here was alone when she liberated Alamigo?
Never alone? So you're saying you'll always be there for me? For Mont Blanc? I think she was speaking metaphorically.
Let us not dwell on the details. The day is saved, and Mont Blanc has escaped sans scratch or singe to show for it. We shall return to the Prima Vista before our luck runs out. Please, this ship is a place of peace. Release my sister, or you will answer to me. When the cat's away... Put that damn thing down, Ramza. You're not helping matters. Hashtag not my Ramza. Hashtag not my Ramza. We have no quarrel with you or yours. We only seek aid in finding our leader, Bagamnan. What happened to his leader? You seek our help? You who threatened to kill my father, who stole his work and made fools of us all? Never. Ramza, chill. Silence, Ramza. They have Alma. We will hear what they have to say. As I said, we have no quarrel with you. We only did what was necessary to secure an audience. We surrender our weapons and offer your journal as an act of good faith. Oh. He's like, he doesn't look like he cares about his sister. I don't buy it. I don't buy it. He's so stuck up. This is all rather a lot to digest, but your claims do coincide with what we have learned about the Auracite. You're saying that Crystal did something to our captain? After being emptied of Argoth's will, the Duma sought that of another to sate its appetite for Aether. You're saying that Crystal ate our captain? I shouldn't be laughing at that. Not his body, no, only his soul. His soul? That doesn't sound as good. That sounds worse. Tell me, what is your opinion? What in your opinion was your leader's deepest desire? What was it he longed for above all else in the world? Gold? Glorious gold? Why waste your breaths reasoning with these lizards? What? They showed themselves for the beast they are when they put a knife to your throat.
First mole bats, now lizards. This one's tongue is pure poison.
Aw! Don't be mean! Super rude! The boy can call us what he pleases. For our past failings, we deserve no better. Your failings? 30 summers have come and gone, yet not a night goes by that I do not wake in sweat at the memory. We were Fusiliers in the Dalmascan army, stationed in the royal stronghold at Nalbina! Nalbina Fortress was reputed to be impenetrable. Its fall to the 4th Legion proved a turning point in the Imperial campaign, dealing a crushing blow to Dalmascan morale, and ultimately marking the beginning of the kingdom's end. History lesson? Ooh! Bagamnan was our captain, and once it was clear the day would not be ours, Prince Wrestler, commander of the garrison at Nalbina, tasked him with one final mission. Our unit was to escort His Highness's twin sister, the sister? They made them siblings in this? Away from the fortress and thence to safety, but things did not go as planned. Or am I thinking of something different? Am I getting things mixed up? No. Weren't they married? They're not. I still remember the words she uttered as she lay dying in the captain's arms, but a stone's throw from where the Garam's scythe waterway drains into the sea. I am having my brain. Even as the fog of death descended upon her, she smiled and told us, the very people who had failed her, to survive for as long as even a single Dalmascan stood, our nation would never truly perish. But it should not have been us who survived. By failing to protect our charge, we betrayed the princess and her memory, and brought shame upon our race. So yes, we are not but cold-blooded lizards, deserving of whatever scorn you deign to heap on us. I think we may safely assume a deep-seated hatred toward the invaders of his homeland, coupled with self-loathing born from a sense of powerlessness. The darkness that lurks in the heart of Bagamnan is little different from that which drove Argath, the self-same emotions that were to nourish the Duma. Oh, are we going to Nalbina? Stop speaking in riddles, Charlayan. She's saying your brave captain will eventually turn into a monster, or rather more of one. Ramza? Garlean lies! What they say is true. If we do not find Bagamnan and the Duma soon, none of us are safe, present company included. Do you have any idea where he might have gone? Any at all? Nalbina, probably. Wait, look at this! Something has been added to the final page of my journal. Then the captain must have put it there. Only he had access to it until we found it in the pack he left behind, that is. Is this Dalmascan? Indeed it is. It says Ridorana. Wait, we're going to Ridorana? The lighthouse? Why would he write that? And in the old man's journal, no less. There is a place on the Valnard Sea, far to the south of Rabanastre, where the ocean tumbles into a gaping maw, more than a mile across, the Ridoran Cataract. We're going to Ridorana. Legend would have us believe that it is the entrance to the Hell of Water. Many a scholar seeking to prove otherwise has descended into the chasm, some even by airship, but not a one has returned. I must admit to knowing little of Ridorana, save that which Lady Mikoto shared with us. Before we expend valuable time and resources traveling to so remote a place, I must review my notes and see if there is any mention of the abyss. We shall send for you as soon as we learn aught of interest. Ridorana is proving to be quite the enigma. With every answer comes countless new questions. This may take longer than I expected. But you are doubtless eager to know why I requested your presence. Our resident dramaturge mentioned there was something he wished to ask of you. As my work here is far from complete, I wonder if you might not indulge the man while you wait? There's few so loath to take their rest than venturers without a quest, foreshorn of work to give them worth. They soon become a source of mirth. Oh, but it is, my friend, it has. My colleagues tell me that if one in this land ever needs an item fetched, that you are the woman to speak to. I find this philanthropic compulsion fascinating, and so, in the interest of research into my next play, let's say I seek to put said compulsions to the test. This music! Assuming you are game, of course. Bring me a bottle of wine, but not just any wine. Make it rose-themed, and make it Eorzean. I've had my fill of the bitter blends offered here in the East. Where to start? Oh, if only there were some port where thirsty Eorzeans went for their wine. You would surely be there speaking with its foremost blind Lalafelin vintner, and not here with me.
Soy and spice sprinkled with a subtle sucon
of the step. I don't know how to pronounce that.
You have traveled far, my friend. What is it you seek here in Wineport? A rose-themed wine? You would be hard-pressed to find a wine that did not display some hint of rose, so we can assume that your client was not referring to a desired bouquet, perhaps a name or a label or a bottle. Yes, I seem to recall a certain vintage rosé sold in crystal bottles with a single red rose on the label. Alas, I have nothing as rare amongst my personal stock. As for who might, well, there's always buyer
these names, man. Pah! Only an uncultured fool would select a wine based solely on its bottle. As it happens, however, said fool would be undeservingly rewarded with one of Vilbrand's best wines were he to select a vintage Sud Vyanja. Not that your client would have the palate to properly appreciate its depth and complexity. But let us dispense with the pretense. You are the fool in question. Do not bother to deny it. A fool who has aimed too high. One of your standing could live 1,000 lifetimes, still not amass the wealth required to purchase even an empty bottle. Rude. Oh, price is no object, is it? Ha! Even if I believed you, and I do not, I have a reputation to uphold as a vintner and viticulturist. Were my clients to learn I was peddling the choice of my collection to the likes of you, they would never do business with me again. Bah, all right. Just to see the back of you, I shall do you the kindness in directing your steps unto one who might take pity on your plight, assuming he does not find amusement in it, Master Gegeruju of Costa del Sol, but do not tell him I sent you.
Zordia, it is always a pleasure, and I do mean that. My ladies inform me you come inquiring after a bottle of Sud Vyanja, but I told them they must be mistaken. Not even you would be foolish enough to think you could.
Oh, you are serious? Zordia, you do realize one could purchase an entire estate in mist for the price of a single bottle, or 5 estates for the price of 5 bottles, which happens to be the number of bottles of Sud Vyanja I have in my collection. I am not an unreasonable man. Let none say the venerable Gegeruju does not value a friendship as deep as the one you and I have forged. So in my boundless generosity, I offer you the opportunity for a trade. Bottle of vintage Sud Vyanja for a mere magnum of fine Dalmascan. Never heard of the stuff? And I thought I was talking to a fellow connoisseur. I pity the poor vintner back in Wineport who will have to educate you. Until then, my friend, the offer stands. First Sud Vyanja, and now Dalmascan wine. Might I interest you in an aged Leminson Red instead? No, I thought not. Well, then, you have your work cut out for you. There was a time Dalmascan wine was fairly easy to procure, even here in Vilbrand. But that was before the Empire raised the better part of the kingdom, vineyards and all. If there are any surviving bottles, it would be those that were exported before the Imperial invasion, over 30 summers past, though I've not encountered any in a decade or more, either at auction or in private hands. Collectors are covetous creatures. If one were to have somehow acquired a bottle, there's little chance he would willingly part with such a treasure, which leaves only those brought over by the few Dalmascan refugees who fled to Eorzea. Can't sleep. They won't let me. The midges won't let me. They buzz and they scream. Oh, he's a Dalmascan? They scream as they burn, but I just stand there and listen to their screams, their buzzing. Why won't it go away? Why won't it go away? Will someone please make it go away? Dress is haunted by a memory of the Garlean invasion of Dalmasca. Try and soothe him. Okay. Am I? Yeah, okay. Let me soothe you, my boy. Let me soothe you. You. I know you. You were here before. You sent away the midges. They came back, though. They always come back. They mock me. Tell me I can never go home. I just want to go home. I cannot stand it here anymore. My son, my daughter, how will they survive without their father? They must be so frightened. I need to go home. Now, I cannot stay. Please. This man needs comfort, man. Wine, my beloved, my wife loved wine. We would drink a glass of Valens every night before sunset. She would always keep the cork. I always thought that odd. What good is a cork? Toss it in the midden heap along with the bottle, I'd say, but she what? Ah, discarded bottle. Though you find several empty wine bottles among the rubbish, one in particular calls out to you. Take it to Shamani Lomani to confirm its origins. Okay. How is dressed? I do hope your visit did not disquiet the poor soul. So you have brought me an empty bottle, but what is this? The cork remains in place. This is most fortunate. If an adequate seal was made, there may still be traces of wine within, may I? Yo, is this how wine connoisseurs are? Flamboyant and elegant, a thought-provoking blend of kukuru beans and cinnamon and just a hint of, is that rosemary? A veritable kaleidoscope of both opulence and refinement. Long has it been since I last encountered a bouquet of such complexity, and I recall it as if it were yesterday. Without question, this bottle once held a Dalmascan Le Monde, read by the name of Valens. To think I would have the opportunity to experience it again after so many summers. But I suspect Master Gegeruju will not be satisfied with a sniff as I. Now, one without scruples might see the empty bottle as the basis for a ruse. One man's ruse is another man's keikaku. I haven't seen Hancock in a while. Over the years, I have numerous dealings with the Lord of Costa del Sol, and while he is many things, an expert on wines is not one of them. Not that it would matter if he were. Men of his standing invariably find more joy in boasting of their acquisitions than in consuming them. In all likelihood, Master Gegeruju will never even open the bottle, rendering the provenance of its contents practically irrelevant. Ah, but where are my manners? These forays back to western climes always bring out the barbarian in me. It is a pleasure, Zordia, lest you wonder at my presence here. My employers see promise in the Hingan wine trade, and desire the establishment of a viable route twixt east and west. I am come to see their plan to fruition. Master Gegeruju has cozened more of his clients than he can count. How do you think the man has amassed his fortune? By playing fair? Would that the world were thus, but I am here to tell you it is not. So it is decided then. We shall employ deceit as our morally justified means to a happy end. Wait, this is a fool's errand. Lol. Let us be glad of our quarry is a fool himself. By the gods, you actually found one! A bottle of Dalmascan wine? Oh! We must uncork it right away! Uh-oh. Yes, a lush bouquet of herbaceous dignification coupled with earthen undertones and, so forth. This is me with wine. In short, the very epitome of a Damascan red. Yes, you have outdone yourself this time, Zordia. Totally, I didn't just swindle you. And a promise is a promise. Ladies, the bottle of Sodvianja, if you please. Oh, it's Kate Seth! Kate Seth is on that bottle! Yo! Take whichever you fancy, except the one with the rose. That is my favorite. Or whichever you fancy. Ahem. I'm supposed to get the one with the rose, yeah? They say a rose is a rose is a rose. So tell me, adventurer, is that a rose in your pocket, or are you simply here for small talk? I don't like this guy. A bottle of vintage Sudvianja, you never cease to amaze. What is most amazing is your impeccable sense of timing. Today marks the 12th anniversary of the day I met my dear wife, and if there was one thing she loved more than wine, it was roses. Would that she were here too. Today too. She's not dead, is she? Oh, but I jest. My wife is very much alive. In fact, she's been here with us all along. Darling, would you care to join us? Oh.
For me? How thoughtful, but did you...
Bacon bread, the perfect companion to a perfect wine. For my perfect companion. Oh my gosh, this is...
Oh, darling, I think this might be our best anniversary yet.
I went through all of that for their anniversary. You better give me what I want. You better give me what I want. That played out better than I imagined. I suppose I have you to thank, adventurer, though it was the bacon bread that sealed the... Ah, yes. Is that Principal Euroma you're calling? Perhaps he's made some progress with his research and requires your assistance. You had best not keep him waiting. I hope these past few turns of the sun have proved as productive for you as they have for us. Oh, that was supposed to imitate, days? That's why there were so many quests? Or things we had to do? We have much to share. Ridorana is the name of both a massive gap in the southern Valnard Sea and the lighthouse once manned by the Royal Damascan Navy to prevent ships from succumbing to the cataract's currents. I stress once manned, as the tower has lain empty since its candle keeps abandoned their posts after the fall of Rabanastre. But if Pharaoh Sirius offers any indication of what can befall a lighthouse in the absence of its caretakers... Yes, but the real question is how all of this ties in with the Ivalician legend. A cursory examination of the Zodiac Brave story reveals no mention of a Ridorana. Yet it seems foolish to assume that a name could not change in the centuries since the tale was writ. So I thought to cross-reference texts on modern Isabardian history with our translations of the derived papers. And after an exhaustive re-examination of my ancestors' notes, I discovered that there was not a single entry on Ridorana. And while mention of the Valnard Sea was abundant, I found no reference whatsoever to any cataract or lighthouse within its waters. Okay. Ram's discovery prompted me to examine the mystery from a different perspective. What if there were no mystery at all? What if, at the time of Delita's rise, the chasm did not yet exist? There is more. The music. There is more, but only a visit to the lighthouse will enable us to confirm our theories with any certainty. The Ridorana Lighthouse lies far from civilization. You would be wise to provision for the trip here in Hingashi. Of course. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hashtag not my Ramza. This was a cool dungeon in 12. Although it was annoying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! Yo, this is so cool. Yo, even the text! Holy crap, this is so cool! This is so cool! What? It's Azkaban, guys. Something is very wrong here. Are we gonna fight that, the what you call it? What was the name of the hunt that was here in 12? That, like, had how much? It was like 1 billion HP? How much HP did it have? Mayhap it is best if we split our fellowship into 2 parties. One to delve into the tower's depths, and one to observe from afar. As acting expedition sub-leader, I appoint you captain on the first. You may use this spyglass to aid in your search for the missing lizard. Yeah, the giant dragon. Damn it, brother, where are you? Yeah, Ismat! I remember being thoroughly annoyed with not realizing that after, because like, I kept leaving, and then when I came, after a certain point, this music, after a certain point, it heals itself. It heals itself. This new version of the... Is this the version in the remaster? Or is this like made for 14? A quick Google says 30 plus million HP, thanks Frizz. Made for 14 as far as you know. Okay, thanks, Pretty. Yeah, because it sounds different from 12. And I remember playing the remaster. This location appears to offer an adequate view. Climb up and scan the area for any signs of Bagamnan. You don't know, but 14... makes new versions mixes. I love that. Oh, it's this thing again. Oh. He's just roaming around. So Princess Ash is dead in this world in 14. That's crazy. You found him. Let me see. He needs our help. Did he look like someone who needed help? He was just standing there. Prince Rassler, Princess Ashelia. I know you cannot forgive me, nor should you. It is my fault. I could not save you. Could not save anyone but myself. I am so sorry. Bagamnan, wait! Oh shoot! Traitors, have you no pride? You treat with the very men who laid waste to our homeland. You're mistaken, brother. There are no Imperials here. We've come to help. What? Already low battery? Rude. I know what I see. My own kin sided with the enemy. How dare you stay my audience with the princess? The Duma!
It has him, Coupeau! It's showing him what he wants to see!
Witch murderess! Oh shoot. Was that? Oh shoot! Gunfire? Oh, she got lucky. She got lucky. Jesus. Goes well, it goes well. Bagamnan! So this is the end. Recite the words, satisfy the covenant, relinquish thy soul unto me, and be granted that which thou desirest most in all the world. Sword in hand, a warrior clutches stone to breast. Look at me, brother! Look at me! Dual wielding, right? In sword etched he his fading memories. Don't you die, not yet! In stone, his tempered skill. We promised we'd all go together when our time came. You can't leave us here. By sword attested, by stone revealed. That's light! Where have I seen it before? Oh no! Here we go, one more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Uh-oh. Oh, his arm is... Oh! Oh, that's a pulsating big arm. That's not a good arm. Whatever you are doing, you need to leave the lighthouse right away. Right away, do you hear? Lighthouse. Lighthouse is what I meant to say. What happened? Ramza, what's going on? It is as we feared then. Bagamnan's soul is lost. Much as I wish it were otherwise, I fear Bagamnan is beyond saving, and we cannot suffer what is left of him to become a distraction.
Father, is now not the time to abandon this quest. We are meddling with forces beyond...
Enough, Alma. We adults are talking. I don't like... While Zordia was searching for the lizard, I inspected an area of exposed foundation at the base of the lighthouse. This Ramza's... And you were right, Father. The lighthouse is built squarely atop the ruins of what can only be the clockwork city of Gaug? The what-work city of who? According to the Zodiac Brave story, the clockwork city of Gaug was a metallic metropolis wherein airships, automata, and other technological marvels of the age were first conceived. Little is said about its location, however, save that it was far away. This music is amazing! While the Dorai papers do not say a great deal more, they do mention that land upon which the legendary city was built was severely limited, an inconvenience that forced its inhabitants to build up rather than out. Which led me to ask myself, what if the reason land was limited was because the land in question was an island? But that still would not explain the omission of the cataract. It is inconceivable that the authors would neglect to mention so prominent a landmark that had it existed, and then I found it, a lone passage regarding Gog's fall. While the particulars were missing, it appears the city was abandoned after an explosion left half of it in ruin. I believe that this explosion may have undermined a portion of the seabed. It need only have been a small area at first, one that could well have gone unnoticed during the Exodus. As time passed, however, the waters would have continued to wear away at rocks, slowly widening the gap until we have what lies beneath us today. This would explain why there is no mention of Ridorana prior to the present era. Come, Father, will you not tell them the rest of the possibility that we Garleans are descended in part from the displaced citizens of Gaug? This is cool. This is cool. It would explain how the Empire was able to forge its armies of iron even before the discovery and application of Allagan technology. And it may also explain why the legend of Ivalice has resonated with our people for centuries, despite the fact that the Lost Kingdom was, as far as we can tell, in quite a different corner of the world. An interesting, if somewhat ambitious theory. But to return to your original claim, if it is your belief that the Ridorana Lighthouse stands atop what is left of... That necklace! Where did you get it, girl? This? It was my mother's. Your mother's? It's my late wife's most cherished possession. Why do you ask? Bagamnan had a talisman he would wear beneath his jerkin. He refused to take it off. Even when bathing, he said it was special. I only saw it a few times, but it looked exactly like the one your daughter wears. And what are you implying, Lizard? That my sister stole it, or my late mother? Ramza, please. Neither. I spoke of their similarity, that is all. Can you believe the nerve of this boy? Not my Ramza, 100%. Enough, Ramza. Our guests are merely concerned for the well-being of their kin. But what of our kin? Can I slap this boy? Can I please slap him across? Can I please? What of them, Ramza? Do you imagine our kin to be better than theirs in some way, or anyone else's for that matter? Not my Ramza. I apologize for you. Better apologize, boy. You have but one purpose, son, and that is to prove the existence of Ivalice and clear our family's name. Do not allow anger or hate to lead you from that path. Now we have a lost city to explore. Yay, finally! Thank you guys for still being here. How's my math? My math sucks. I suck at math. I've always sucked at math. Did Bagamnan, the Duma, give life to that creature? What the heck? Famfrit! It's Famfrit! Holy shootness! Holy shiznits! Hi, Famfrit! How you been, my dude? Hey, Famfrit, you're a lot smaller than I remember you. Casper? Tsunami? Oh. Oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot, oh shoot. Ah, no, 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 no. What do I do with this? What is this? What is this? Why is this so hard? Oh my gosh. Oh. That is unmistakably, no, it cannot be. Yo, it's Ridorana. Oh my gosh, this is so cool. And I'm running into a wall. The city remains functional after all these centuries. Let us access the... Okay, this is cool. Woo! Ooh, this is cool. Wow! Wow! Third boss is math, so fudge. Math? I'm definitely gonna die. Remember your prime numbers? Oh, this sounds... All you need to know for math is 1 + 1 sometimes equals 2. Oh. Taking bets on how many deaths you'll... God. Bellius! Yo, this is cool. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. That's what it is. I'm scared. I'm thoroughly scared. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. What is this? What is this? What are they doing? What does that mean? What does that mean? Ah, I see. Okay, cool. Cool, that's how you do it. Interesting. Interesting. That's cool. So you point the clock towards where it's going to hit. Got it. Okay, not me. Cool. Where are they going? Your wrath, might eclipse mine. I didn't die, guys! Stand on slow clock, then fast. Oh, okay. Thanks, guys. Yo, Ridorana! Ridorana, this is cool. This is super cool. Architecture here is similar to that of the lighthouse, yet something feels off. The air is so thin. So screwed. This is so cool! What the heck? This is so cool! Iron Golem! This music is so nostalgic, oh my gosh. We're riding on a gear! What are you? What is this? Constructs about warning, warning, entry prohibited. Like prime numbers. Like what? I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But I'm moving. Everyone's moving away, so I'm moving away. Oh shoot. What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What does that mean? What? Machine subject dismissal? What does that mean? What does that mean? I'm gonna go where everyone else is? What the heck? Help me! No, 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 no! Death. That was one. It's one death. HP penalty? Wait, what? Calibrate vitals to multiples of 4? What? Math time? I don't understand! Multiples of 3? 3. No? 2 was the correct answer? Oh shoot. Well, I'm dead! 1 out of 2. Okay, so I get it. Alright guys, okay guys, let's do this. Let's go. What the heck is going on though? What the Tartarus? What? Oh, hello. Hi. It's physics? Man, is this the reason why we go to school? Is so that we can play video games? Increase difficulty? No! Why are you increasing difficulty? What does that mean? HP penalty? Crap. 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 Vitals to prime? What? Stay out? What does that mean? Kill it before math. Hey, Queen Mike! Oh, yeah. Inaccuracy will be punished. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being inaccurate. I'm sorry for being inaccurate. I'm sorry. I was never good at math. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm Bruh. 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 What is going on? Your health drops to a single digit? Okay. Bruh. Yeah, you had 5 on the prime number, so stay- Oh! I didn't realize it was based on HP. Okay. My bad. You need to adjust your HP to fit with the mathematical equation. Got it. Did not realize that. Percent into. Right. Okay. Voice acting?
貴様らに殺された同胞の恨みを今こそ晴らしてやる。
Is it? He's mad? He's mad? Yo! Yo! It is! It is! Holy crap, this is so cool! Oh my gosh. Ah, Ismat. Yasmat. Yasmat? There's cancer and I'm the barber's blade. Yo, this is so cool. This is so cool. There was still a countdown. I'm just gonna be with everyone else. Where everyone else is where I'm gonna be. I don't know what this means. What does this mean? What does this mean? What did that mean? Am I supposed to go to the other side? Opposite charge. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna do that next time. following me.
貴様らが犯した罪よな。
No.
欲しいか言ったよ。
I'm watching. LB? I did. Oh! I leveled up! That was fun! Thanks guys, the stress. Mother's necklace, but what is it doing here unless... Please tell me he gets possessed by the actual Ramza. Please tell me he gets possessed by the actual nice, not jerk Ramza. Please? Please? Can we get real Ramza? Is that too much to ask for? Alma, are you there?
I'm here, Ramza.
Extraordinary, the stones are different, but the craftsmanship is identical. However, did it come to be in Bagamnan's possession? Why can't I read? Possession.
Though they are indeed of different shape, the stones appear to be cut from the same crystal. Oh, they are auracite.
Auracite? What makes you say that?
Can't you feel it? You can feel it, can't you, Hurdy?
Do you recall me telling you that Bagamnan considered the necklace special? It was special because it was entrusted to him by Prince Rassler. He was to return it to Princess Ashelia upon delivering Her Highness from Nalbina Fortress. Damn. And they're dead.
A family keepsake.
Of course, and each necklace, each auracite, has acted as a lodestone, drawing both our parties closer and closer to Ivalice. Indeed, Father, the auracite guides us.
Ramza, are you recovered?
Thank you, sister. I am well now. Is this actual Ramza?
From what we know of the Duma and the Otius, vestiges of one's will may endure in an auracite.
Of one's will may endure in an auracite. Could it be then that the desire of the former owner or creator of these necklaces was simply to return to Ivalice? Ivalice? But who could that have been? Ramza. I could never pronounce his last name. Beowulf. He wanted people to return to his homeland and uncover the truth behind the kingdom's founding. But then why show us Lasalia and Gog, you ask? Simple. We are being tested. The auracite is measuring our worth, seeing if we are deserving of that truth.
You say these things as if you knew them, but how could you? Nothing we have uncovered suggests anything of the kind.
I know you have your doubts, but I can assure you they are misplaced. For now, I must ask you trust me, Lady Murilla. Lady Murilla? Since when did you...
Ramza, are you feeling quite yourself?
Beowulf? I really don't know.
Of course I am, sister dearest.
I have never felt better. What?
I sense a disturbance in the aether.
I sense a disturbance in the force.
Father, these necklaces are gifts. Gifts from the old gods who once watched over the Ivalicians. It is proof we have their blessing. With the necklaces and the Otius, we can finally prove.
Thank you, Zordia. I know not what came over me. Please turn into the actual Ramza, and please change your outfit so it's blue, like it's supposed to be.
Ramza, you must rest.
Leave me be, Alma. Did I not tell you I'll be fine? He's back to being a jerk. He's back to being jerkza.
Another adventurer under our belts, eh, Zordia? I'd best put pen to page before the details fade. The Salia now Gog. One would think our discovery is more than sufficient to prove the Lexentel's claim, at least with regard to Ivalice's existence. But something tells me that until Gianomus has proof that his ancestors were not the heretics the church painted them to be, he will not rest. And then there is the curious case of Ramza. At Alma's throat one moment, all Sister Dearest the next. He was like a different person when he came to, yet I seemed to be alone in wondering exactly what happened to him back at the lighthouse. If you ask this lady, he must have taken quite some bump to the head while he fell. Then again, it didn't take long to turn back into his spiteful little self. So all's well that ends well?